It has been revealed that Billie Eilish and Jesse Rutherford, I think I'm saying
Rutherford, yeah.
They are dating, and people see this as controversial because he is 11 years older than Billie Eilish. He's 31, Billie is 20. People are unhappy with this. He's also known Billie since she was a lot younger, so people are like, oh, what, is he waiting around for her to become of age and they're dating? You know, I think it's weird. I think it's just one of those things where you're like, it is legal, so you can't say, you know what I mean? But then, but you could also say it's weird. Like the fact that he is going after a 20-year-old and he was recently dating someone much older, 28.
No. Oh, yes.
He was dating.
They're closer in age.
Yeah,
Devin.
he was dating someone who was much older. So it's like, how do you go from dating a 28-year-old to a 20-year-old?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I feel like, you know, Billie has dated guys that are older than her. This situation is interesting because we love Billie. Like, it's like you want Billie to be happy. And right now, from the pictures and the vibe, she seems very happy. So it's like, that's great. Definitely want her to be happy. However, when you think about it from, like you just said, his side of it, it's kind of like, just a little interesting, head scratching. I think anytime you see a 31-year-old dating a 20-year-old, it's like, what's the dynamic there? I'm coming fresh off a Demi Lovato concert where she sang 29, and I think 29, the song says a lot. And yes, 17 years old and 20 years old, there's a difference, but 20 is still so young. And no matter how mature you are, how much you've already been in the real world and real world experience and all those things, sometimes that doesn't equate to like relationships. And I think in this case, you just have to hope that, you know, Billie is protecting herself in ways that she can. And if she's very happy right now, this is a couple that there's been a lot of rumors about them recently. They've been spotted, and then these paparazzi photos, they're kissing, they're laughing, they're smiling. He was in the band The Neighborhood, which everyone probably knows, Sweater Weather. Mm-hmm. And then he dated Devin Lee Carlson for a long time as well. And I think they had kind of a rocky breakup. Yeah,
I think he cheated on her.
There was something. She and her sister went on Call Her Daddy, and they talked about it a little bit. But I think it was a little shaky.
Yeah, I think it's a reflection on him that it's like you're dating someone so much younger than you that you can't find someone around your age or, you know, a little bit older than.
Right. Or even if in
Billie.
Your mind, you're like, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Right. Yeah. Like how that doesn't strike you is kind of strange to me. Like I'm 31, she's 20. 20 is, because I would imagine when I'm 31, I'm going to look at a 20-year-old like that's really young. Like I'm going to look back, like, because I'm 25 and I still look at 20 like damn, I was young. Like
29. Demi's song. Yeah. When she turned 29, she was like, well, this is fucking weird.
Right.
Like, I would never think about it that way now.
You wouldn't date somebody that much younger than you. So I think it's a weird reflection on his part. You know, hopefully Billie has a lot of people looking after her, and you just got to kind of let her do her own thing because, you know, no matter how many times you tell a 20-year-old you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this, they're going to do what they want anyway. I just think it's a weird reflection on him.
Yeah.
So...
And I think they have also known each other for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's known her since she was like 16.
Yeah, which I don't know if... I think that makes it worse.
Yeah, so this is like
I don't know. This is... Because
this is always
people pointed out a picture of them when they were at a party together in 2017, and she was 16 and he was 26.
Well, you know what they talk about this sometimes, how Friends, in the show Friends.
Yeah.
How weird it is that Monica ends up with Richard at some point.
Right.
When Richard was literally like taking care of Monica when she was in diapers.
Yep.
And they're like, that is so weird.
Yep.
Like we never, like watching Friends, you're just like, whatever, it's a storyline.
Yep.
But then you think about it, you're like, that's fucking weird. I mean, it's a show, so like, you know, but you're like, weird. That's weird.
Yeah. There's something about that where it's like, oh,
But when people say that one is hard because I'm like, not everyone's like I don't know if this guy was waiting, like creepily in the corner. But people do. They're like, he was waiting creepily in the corner for Billie to turn of age. Like, I don't know about that, but it is kind of, I don't know. That whole thing is always a confusing conversation.
It is very confusing, and it's very hard to talk about. These situations, I think, are very hard to talk about because without really having the details of the in and outs of their relationship, it's easy to make generalizations. Yes, thank you. About relationships like this. So it's easy to jump to immediately thinking like, well, what the fuck is this? So it's hard at this point. But yeah, personally, our opinion, kind of sketch.
Yeah,
so
I think it's kind of sketch.
It's and like I said, it's when you're just such a different person at those ages. I know everyone's like, well, when you're 31 and 41, people don't talk about that. It's like, yeah, I know, but you're like, once you reach your 30s, your brain is fully developed. Like 30, 35, everybody's the same.
But you don't think it's a case by case thing? Because I did bring up earlier, like Joe and Serena like work so well, like, and that is kind of very similar age gap and aging.
Yeah, there is a similar gap. I just think like, 20, like Serena's not 20.
But like how different is 20 than 23? Like, is it that big of a difference?
Living my own life, yes. I from thinking of myself as a woman when I was 20 versus myself as a woman at 23, I personally think I was very different at those ages. So that's how I get a read on it. Like I think of my own life at those ages.
Yeah.
And I do think that there was a massive difference in those ages. I also think that there's something like if you can't take your girlfriend out to have a legal drink.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, that's a little bizarre to me as well.
That throws me off.
And like I said, this is my personal opinion. If Billie and what's his face, Jesse are good, then okay, fine. I'm just voicing my concern for a young girl like Billie who I like a lot.
Yep.
And hope that she like mentally and is okay and this is a good relationship.
I agree.